Hello and welcome back to Valerie's Garden with your host, me, Valerie. Thank you so much for spending your time and your energy with me. I value that. I feel so grateful. And let's have fun together. I'm very excited about today's topic. We are going to be speaking on infusing all that you do with love. So first, we'll talk a little bit about what I mean when I say this. Then we'll talk a bit about why I feel you should or why I enjoy doing it in my life. And then I will offer some practical advice on how you can do this. Another reason why I'm super excited to speak on this today is because I feel like it will allow you to know who I am a bit more. You'll understand how I live my life. And I believe it'll give us an opportunity to connect a little bit deeper. So thank you once again. And let's get into this topic. So, what do I mean when I say infuse what you do with love? All the things you do in life, whether it's what you do for work, any creative projects, in your relationships, in the way you cook, I believe that it is important and valuable to show up with presence, attention, intention, and care, being consistent. I also believe it is knowing your why and why you're doing things. In life, there are many things that are not in your control. Life happens. But what I'm speaking about specifically is what is in your control and the way you speak and carry yourself and your energy when you enter spaces, how you show up to work, how you show up in relationships, the way you prepare your food. I'm speaking more so on the power that you have to make an impact and influence your life. And we have a lot of it, right? It just takes a moment to recognize and remember that and reclaim that power and choose the energy that goes behind how you do things. So why? Why should you infuse love into all that you do? Why should you act from your heart space and move in that energy? For me personally, it feels right. It feels good within. It feels like harmony and centeredness. It feels like who I truly am. And you feel this power over yourself and your own life when you come from that place, when you choose to be more compassionate and non-judgmental, when you choose to be kind, when you choose to respond as opposed to react. It feels right. The body feels more relaxed. And choosing love does not mean not having boundaries, letting people walk all over you, giving your time and being of service in a way that drains you. That's not what showing up in a loving way is, just to be very clear. Showing up and doing things with love also does mean setting your boundaries, using your voice, expressing your needs as well. So not only does it feel like truth to move from this place, but when you infuse your projects and passions and your work and your food and your showering with love, it makes life more meaningful and it makes everything a little bit more magical and colorful and beautiful. And not only do you experience that, but I feel like others around you can feel that too. And it is beautiful to share this. It is beautiful to walk and move and experience life in this energy, but it is also beautiful truly to share it with others. This is why I choose to put my love into all the things I do to the best ability that I can, whether it is in my run club, whether it is with my sister or my brother, whether it is with the nature and my tree. Even when I run and I can feel the ground underneath my feet and the wind, life is much more rich. It is more fulfilling. It makes life more meaningful. When you use love as fuel, over fear. It is more sustainable. Life is more flowy. Life is more relaxing. Life is more abundant. So here's my advice. First, understand your why. Know your why. Move from that place. And with that, understanding your why, I feel like you can make more intentional choices. You have the ability to respond rather than react. You have the ability and power to influence a situation, and you can influence it in a more positive manner. I believe that your why can evolve, but I believe that understanding and knowing yourself enough to know why you want to do something is valuable, because it does serve as a guide and a framework for how you conduct yourself, your life. You have a strong foundation to fall back onto when you don't know which way to go, or if you don't know what to do. Your why is the philosophy, your North Star, and your values are the pillars, the structure on how you carry yourself through the world. It does not matter what you do. You can be a barista and you can choose to add more joy to the world. And you can choose to show up and create. You have the power to create a delightful experience for a customer. And the beautiful thing about life is that it is testing at times. It really is. I've noticed it within myself, what frustrates me and where I feel myself reacting instead of responding. But then when I notice it, I catch myself, I pause, I take it back to who I want to be, who I feel I am, and my why. And I do my best to choose again. Anyway, I believe it doesn't matter what you do. If you do things with love, it is felt. And we literally create the world. We each have the power to add more kindness, add more compassion, add more empathy to the world. Being intentional, understanding your why, and grounding into who you know you are and who you want to be. 2, practice presence. When you are in that moment, take a look and take it in and observe, feel, smell, taste. This is actually something I've been working on myself, because sometimes I get shy and I close my eyes and I feel that way, but I don't want to miss anything. I want to take in who I'm with, what I'm seeing, where I'm at. And 3, the more you pour into anything you do, the more you get in return, and the deeper that relationship grows, and the bigger impact it has on your heart and on your life and how you move and how you carry yourself throughout the world. One way of displaying the love for what you do is to be consistent. And whether that is with your sport, whether it is in a meditation practice with yourself, presence and consistency creates this beautiful recipe that allows you to experience so much fulfillment and joy. And my last piece of advice is to practice gratitude. I feel strongly that gratitude is a form of love, and it is one of the most accessible practices for all of us, because we all have something to be grateful for, even in moments when it feels like there's not. I believe that saying thank you, and not just saying it, but really feeling it, allows you to feel more abundant. My intention with this episode was to offer you a new perspective and even just remind you how you can live your life if you choose. I believe in the power of observation as well. So you can try moving from one energy and observe the outcomes. And you can also try living your life from another energy and observe those outcomes. Your choice, completely up to you. Another reason I've created this podcast is so that I can better communicate what I feel within. I feel like I'm pretty good with writing and being with thoughts and ideas, but my ability to communicate them clearly is something that I'm still working on because of moments in my life when I felt like my voice wasn't valuable. I silenced it. And so now part of this is me practicing expressing and communicating my ideas with my words. I feel very grateful for the opportunity to practice sharing my voice and my message. And I want to say thank you to you as well for being curious enough to learn more about who I am and what I'm about. It does mean a lot to me. And yeah, if you ever have any questions about anything that I'm sharing or speaking about, or you want clarification, please message me. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. May you infuse all that you do with so much love, if that is what you choose.